What's going on, people, man? We're back here with another game review, man. Vampyr, a game that was released about 2 weeks ago, but I actually got the chance to sit down and play it and enjoy it and finally beat the game. I'm gonna give you guys my review impressions and if it's worth it for you guys today. So first things first, let's talk about the story. Vampyr is an action role-playing game. You play as a man named Jonathan Reed, who is from London, who is also a famous doctor. And once he comes back from the war, he is turned into a vampire, and he's trying to figure out what the hell is going on to him, and also what has happened in London since he has returned. And that's basically the story. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, because I hate when I watch reviews and they spoil some shit by mistake. So I'm gonna leave it right there. As far as the gameplay goes, gameplay is probably the weakest thing about this game, because for some fact that you can tell they really didn't put too much into it. Now, as far as like you got your regular attack, your ultimate, and you got your guns, etc., and it's really simply it. Now, majority, and I'm gonna tell you guys the truth right now. About 60% of this game, you will either be talking or walking around and doing gameplay. So, I mean, in fighting. Because of that, if you guys have played LA Noire, Dishonored, and a Telltale game, it's all mixed into one, where basically your actions matter. So if you kill a certain person off, you won't get you obviously will affect a certain district, especially if the person is over the district and has close with someone that's a social circle, and if you kill that person off, it will also affect the dialogue. And obviously, if you kill people off, it will affect you a lot. And at first, it was like, I want to kill this bitch, but I didn't, because I want to see what will happen and see later on. And also, if you do kill people, you will get XP to make yourself stronger. If you don't kill people, you be a pacifist, then you're gonna be a lot harder, because the enemies in this game are pretty tough, especially when you try to travel through other areas. You will go against people who are obviously who have doubled the level of you that are from you. So obviously you're going to have a lot of problems. Now obviously I did the cheat codes where I get unlimited XP, so I pretty much didn't have a problem. But at times when you face some of these bosses, they still will give you that work, so you don't want them kind of problems. But going back into the gameplay, majority of the time you're going to be talking, whether it's to the regular citizens or to the main people, and that's mostly the most best thing about this game, is that you're going to be talking, and mostly you seem like a detective more than a doctor, but it's really it's like you're both. So obviously you can craft items. There's a crafting system in the game. You can craft weapons. I don't know, you can't craft weapons. You can upgrade your weapons. You gotta find weapons throughout the game. You can craft them. You can create antidotes for citizens, whether it be cold, fatigue, etc. You got that in the game. You also can craft, you know, your you want to craft blood to refill your blood up. There's also a stamina bar, so if you don't pay attention to that, you can get fucked up. And also you can craft some health potions for you guys. So it's obviously there. The typical, you know, action game that has crafting system in it is actually pretty good, and I actually did enjoy this game a lot. Now, far as the stuff that I actually hated, one, there's no co-op. I know this is me also nitpicking at the game because there's no co-op at all, but it would be nice seeing co-op in the game. But hey. Also, there's no fast travel. If you have an open world game, you have at least got to have fast travel, because there are places where you can obviously rest and advance the day, and also gives you XP. I mean, it goes into your XP and then bam. I forgot what they were called, but yeah, you can also travel to these warehouses, like the little save spots or whatever, and there's really no fast travel. You literally have to walk. This is a big ass place. The map is huge. It may not seem huge, but it is also huge. Also, going back to the gameplay, you have to talk to each person, like I said earlier, to get certain either cutscenes or certain dialogues. And if you kill certain people, I don't know if you're going to actually get different, you know, results. But I clearly didn't talk to everybody in the whole game, but I, you know, try my best. But obviously, if you do talk to them, you also get a lot more experience and stuff like that. So, just throwing it out there. Also, it will also affect your status in the game. So if you kill the main person and you walk into a certain district, it will obviously, the NPCs will have a chance to be killed, or they will obviously go missing. You have to go find them. There's also side quests in the game, so if you do happen to miss some of the dialogue, you will miss some of the side quests in this game as well. So going back to what I dislike is also the loading fucking screens. Oh my god. 2 of them was actually kind of a problem, especially when you transfer into a new area. Like if you go into a house, it will literally pause for literally like a minute, and you have to wait to come back now. And also when you travel through London in the streets, it will give you these random ass loading screen. That was also kind of the problem. Another thing that I also disliked was the bosses. Now, for some reason, they actually thought giving random enemies who you have faced before in the streets. Usually when there'll be a boss when it had this big ass health bar at the bottom, and they will be called bosses. But for some reason, they're not bosses. It's like maybe 5 or 6. The game is relatively short. It's 6 hours, but you can actually explore the game, and you will get the bang for your buck, because this game is actually pretty long. Especially if you don't do the glitch, you will have a longer time. It'll be a lot longer. But I just went ahead and did through it. I didn't do no fucking side mission. I said fuck that. But overall, this is actually a nice, pretty game. I don't want to talk too much about it, but you actually will get your money's worth. The game is worth $60, and it depends on the person if you like collectibles and stuff like that and seeing the game. Now, obviously, there's no new game plus. There's no. It's replayability. It has replay value, but I don't see how. Probably to create a new game, I don't think you can transfer your powers. And going back to the powers, you cannot, like, you only can select like 3, but there's also a shitload of them, so you have to basically figure out which goes for you and your combo and stuff, etc. So if you like the review, let me know in the comment section down below. I think I might have left some stuff out, but overall I don't want to talk too long about the game because the game is actually pretty good. It may be worth $30 to $40, but it's obviously worth the $60. I can see there being some DLC for this game, but you know, I'm not going to play the DLC. I don't play DLC. If it's not in the game, fuck that. You ain't getting me no more. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. I will leave a link to, if you want to do the glitch, I will leave a link for you guys in the description box down below. I see you, man. I'm out. Peace.